Hi, welcome to Insider Yachting. This is a brief roundup of the three boats that we have for you this week. We've got some great sort of out-of-the-box choices, very unique within their size ranges. So if you're watching this on YouTube, then get yourselves over to insideryachting.com. That's where you can get further information about these boats. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you should be seeing the links to the full-length reviews over on the right-hand side here. And if you're already on insideryachting.com, then remember that we have yacht packs already created and ready to go for these three boats. I'll give you all of the photographs, all the detailed descriptions and the specifications, as well as some general sort of pricing analysis and some insights from us about these boats. Now we have those already created and ready to go for every boat that's currently listed on the market as well. So bear that in mind for anything that you might see that we haven't reviewed. So let's get started on this week's reviews. Now the first one is Domani. This is a 2011 Bonetti. This is a 121. You don't see too many of these 121s, Bonetti Classic Series. It's a beautiful, beautiful boat, very well priced. The interior has been hugely upgraded. It's a sort of a modern contemporary feel, but not too minimalistic. Very rich woods played off with the cream fabrics and the cream ceiling finishes and the couches and things. So it's a very, very pretty boat. Would be perfect to put out to charter. Huge upper deck with the sky lounge and enormous sun deck on there as well. So she's 121 feet long, a great beam, almost 26 feet, fairly shallow draft at 7.5 feet. With that draft you can get to anywhere that you'd want to go on a boat of this size. Up and down in the coastal would be fine, over in the Bahamas would be fine as well. It's really once you start getting over 8 foot, which is when you start to need to pay more attention to exactly where you're going. So she's a composite hull and superstructure. The cruising speeds aren't huge. This is more of a mega yacht sort of take. That it's not really a go fast boat. Maximum speed around 15, cruising speeds around 13 knots. They don't have huge powered engines. I believe they only have the C30s or the C32s on here, so it's only about 1500 horsepower total. The boat's here in Florida. She's very easy to see and she shows very, very well. She has 5 staterooms and can hold up to 7 crew, but normally this would probably run with between 5 and 7 depending on how the boat is used. So great option there for someone looking to get into this tri-deck market at a very competitive price. The boat is listed in euros, but the conversion as of today is just under $14 million. So very, very competitively priced for a huge volumed tri-deck within that 120 range. Next we have Snowbird, and this is one of my favorite boats that's on the market at the moment. It's built by one of my favorite manufacturers, which is Hackfort. They're a Dutch built yard just outside of Amsterdam. Build huge boats from the 160 foot range, and I say huge because the interior volume on these are so large. They do a great job at using every square inch possible within the hull of the boats to use that for guest purposes and put all of the mechanical and machinery spaces, although they're very user friendly, they do sort of tuck them away in areas that aren't commonly used by most manufacturers. So the boat's 127 feet long. It was launched in 2010. She shows very, very well, although she has been used quite extensively between the Mediterranean, Caribbean, and up here towards Florida and the Bahamas. She does show very, very well. She has a beautiful tender that goes with the boat as well. So she's a full displacement steel hull. She's a go anywhere boat. I believe the cruising ranges here are almost 4,000 nautical miles, so there really isn't anywhere that you can't go on this boat, which is quite impressive for 127 feet long. Slow cruising speeds and maximum speeds here, maxes out at about 12 knots. Cruises at around 10 knots, so that's where you're most efficient. 9 to 10 knots is where you're going to get that sweet spot for the most cruising distance. The engines in here are even smaller. They're only about 600 horsepower between the two of them, but this is purpose built for a go anywhere ocean going vessel, so you're not looking to get those high speeds out of here. The boat's over in the Med at the moment. It's in beautiful Montenegro. The cabin layout is 5 cabins. It's a very fun interior. They use lots of different stones and woods and different colors on the interior. The fly bridge is probably equivalent to what you would expect to see on a 150, 160 foot. Enormous hot tub, enormous sun pads up there. Just a very, very beautiful adventure boat here. So she's currently listed also in euros, asking 40,900,000 euros, which right now converts to just under $20 million. So great option here for someone looking to go a little further afield, maybe into that expedition style, but prefers the look and feel of a tri-deck yacht, and that's really what you get here with Snowbird. So the last for today, this is Never Say Never. Now this is completely different from the other two. Each boat that we're reviewing today is very different from the other. This is a composite hull built by Sunseeker. This is their Predator series. It's 128 feet long. The beam, a great beam on this, almost 27 feet. The interior volumes on here are huge, and the features are things that you won't see on any other boats. They have fold down sections to the main deck bulwarks. They have huge window sections that open up the main salon up to the exterior. Just little features and little plays on traditional areas that you won't see with any other manufacturer. So this was launched in 2011, had refit, it says in 2013. That was actually the end of the warranty period. They had a lot of items that came through that they redid. They had the shafts realigned, props balanced, things like that. So the boat is over in France at the moment. It just went over there on Dockwise. It was over here for a long time. These guys have huge engines in it. They have the MTU V12 4000 series. So this boat can actually get up to 25 knots, cruises around 16, which is amazing for a 128 foot boat. Obviously you're going to be burning a little bit of fuel at 25 knots, but it will certainly get you there very, very fast and in probably uncompromisable class. So the cabin layout has 5 cabins, the same as the other two boats. This runs with around the same number of crew as well, that sort of 6 to 7 number. The boat is listed in dollars, and they're asking $15.5 million right now. Now this boat actually was built to a much higher standard than any of the other boats that came out of the same model, the same size, and the reason being the owner employed a lot of ex-Sunseeker maintenance and commissioning staff actually as his project management. So the word on the street is that Sunseeker actually lost money on the build of this boat because they built it to such a high standard. So definitely one to take a look at if you're looking at this style and this size range. Lots and lots of great social areas, both on the bow and up on the fly bridge, and also back aft on that main deck aft area. So she's over in France, like I said, and we'll run through all of the interior photographs during the full-length reviews. That's it for this roundup, and I'll see you in the full-length reviews.